This spiritual video is called How Long Can We Pretend Not to See? There are so many things going on in the world we simply ignore. From war, the horrors that occur, the needless deaths, the hunger and starvation, people dying from lack of food, even though we have the ability to grow enough food for everybody in the world. There are so many numbers of things that we must pretend not to see. The hatred, the prejudice against other people because they perhaps may be a different color of their skin or have a different religion or beliefs than we do. Perhaps their political views are different. It matters not. How long can we watch children die senselessly from violence, from hunger, from lack of adequate medications and vaccines where there are vaccines, but they simply happen to live in a place in the world where it is unaffordable to get them? How long can we ignore watching other people harm other people, hoping that these things simply do not happen to us and that we can make it through life without experiencing such horrors and such treatment? How long can we see the ribs of a child protruding through their chest because they simply happen to be poor or living in a country where there is conflict and simply not enough food? We have the ability to correct all of these things now, but to do so, we must not ignore it any longer. How long can we pretend that these things are not happening? The prejudice, hate, fear, the starvation, homelessness, climate change, or any of thousands and thousands of other man-made problems will continue, leaving our children a world uninhabitable, full of conflict and struggle. We can change this. To do so, we must all change our view of what life is. We believe that we are born to succeed in the world, and we define success by making a lot of money, having material possessions, getting a good job, being able to prove to other people that we are better than they and we have achieved more than they have. This is what we believe, and as long as we live in an egoistic, self-centered world, nothing will change. To bring true change, we must change our path through life. There are but two paths that we may pursue. One is the learned path of the ego, where we are taught that the only thing important in life is us individually, and that we must take care of ourselves so that we can live the best life that we can and experience the most things that the world has to offer. The other path is a spiritual path. Within each person, within every life, is a spirit, a soul, a piece of God, our higher self. It represents unconditional love meant to be shared with all, helping everyone, understanding that there is absolutely no difference between anybody. Yes, our appearances are different, our beliefs are different, amongst many other things. Our wealth is different, the amount of material possessions, our fame may be different. But none of this matters when you deal with the spirit, because in a spirituality, every single life, not only just human, but everything that has life is equally important, living in a symbiotic relationship with each other. Sharing our love selflessly with others is the true meaning of life. That is the purpose we are born to understand. That is the reason we are here. Every life is as important as the next. We may no longer ignore anything that is done to harm another in any way, whether that harm is verbally, whether it is physically, whether it is from ignoring the fact that such horrors are happening as starvation and homelessness and struggles that are all unnecessary, because we have the ability to correct this now. We must never ignore a wrong of any type. And a wrong is defined differently by all people. But in spirituality, a wrong is anything that would cause harm in any manner, shape, or form to another. That is what is wrong. We must no longer ignore a wrong to anyone, verbal, physical, psychological, financial, watching others starve, watching prejudice against other people, or in any other manner. Only when we understand this and embrace our spiritual path within, which is understanding the equal importance of every single life, that no one is or ever has been more important than another, regardless of any differences between us. Only when we no longer ignore what is going on in the world and everything around us and treat everyone with the same love, selflessly shared with all, making sure no one needlessly struggles through life. Only then may the spiritual evolution of our species finally occur. Until next time, this is Ken with another spiritual video.